Hey, what's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. About to react to this impressive vid. This is Drake looks stressed and sickly because of Kendrick Lamar. Yikes. So someone just left a comment on my Patreon informing me of this. Apparently Drake was at some white party recently, and there are some pictures that came out of him there, and people are saying, oh my god, he looks so sick, he looks stressed out, he looks skinny. So yeah, someone left a comment under the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us video that I reacted to and was like, D, you were right. He looks stressed out, because in that video I was saying how, Drake wants us to believe that he's so unbothered, but he's not. Like, anybody would be bothered by all of this going on. Like, come on, this is pretty bad. So I mean, I get it, understandably so, but yeah, I haven't seen these photos, but I want to see. Maybe there's footage too. Let's check it out.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Now, Kendrick Lamar dropped a video for his classic diss song towards Drake called Not Like Us.
Video's a banger.
I still cannot stop laughing at this song. Like, I can't believe this whole thing is real. He performed this song 5 times back-to-back on Juneteenth at his pop-out celebration. I didn't get a chance to talk about it because I was away, but that concert was crazy. And now he dropped a music video on the 4th of July. So he just wanted to violate Drake on both holidays. I mean, really? Kendrick is so petty. But I love the video. And one thing I love about Kendrick that sets him apart from his peers is he's not just a good lyricist and a great rapper. We know he's a great hip-hop artist, but I like the fact that he's also a visual, creative artist as well. Everything is super intentional and executed so flawlessly. I like the different references he used in this video. It was really an ode to West Coast culture, West Coast rap, and the dancing was fire. I actually thoroughly enjoyed those segments the most because people were literally dancing to a song where Drake was just getting violated left and right. It was just so unserious to me, and the whole thing is still diabolical to me, but see, Drake asked for it. He taunted Kendrick when Kendrick was quiet, and he was telling him to drop.
This is why I can't really feel bad for him. Like, come on, this is like the bully at school who was like fucking with the quiet kid and just like, oh, you ain't gonna do shit, da da da, and they knock his ass out, and then you like, that's what you get. Like, can I really feel bad for that? Like, this is what you asked for. You were taunting this man and saying he ain't even got nothing to drop, and drop. And then when he drops, it's nonstop on your fucking head. It's like the little quiet kid who's just like, and people try to pull him off him, but he just keep punching, then it's like, hey, this is what you asked for.
Drop. And Kendrick dropped, and now he won't stop.
Exactly.
Okay? He's not stopping. In fact, he previewed another song. I think it was produced by DJ Mustard. So I'm interested to hear that song in full. But yeah, the video was so unserious, so hilarious, so many funny references. There's a scene where he was beating up this pinata of an owl, and if you know, Drake uses the owl as a symbol for his OVO company. And in that scene, Kendrick was like, no OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video. Also, Kendrick referenced this video, which I thought was hilariously random.
Whack! It's here! Whack! It's jewelry! Whack! It's footsteps! Whack! The way that he talks!
Y'all might be reaching right here. Yeah, if he really... What? He got on a black shirt. I feel like this might be a reach.
Was hilariously
because if he really wanted to, he could have committed to the role and just wore a black shirt, and he could have. No, I don't think he's doing that.
Whack! Here, whack!
But maybe.
It's jewelry, whack! It's footsteps, whack! The way that he talks, whack!
This just brings me back to when Kendrick said, I hate the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. That video was basically the embodiment of that. And then when he rapped that Drake was messing with a minor, this man had the nerve to be hopscotching. Hopscotch is a game that children play. That was just crazy. Crazy work. And not only that, Kendrick brought out his fiance Whitney and the kids, and these two were dancing to Drake getting violated. This was just crazy because Drake did say that Kendrick and Whitney weren't together. He said that Kendrick put the pause on Whitney and had her running scared, and he also accused Whitney of having a baby with Kendrick's collaborator and friend Dave Free. Come to find out, none of that was true. Kendrick pretty much debunked all of those claims with this video because he had Whitney in there dancing with the kids.
And also, Whitney's brother came out and was like, this is cap. Like, he was on Twitter, like, defending Kendrick. So, we all knew it was a lie. Well, those of us who got sent.
Then Dave Free directed the video. And finally, Kendrick ended the video by putting the owl in the cage, and that kind of represented him locking Drake up and humbling him. And you know, it did remind me of Maya Angelou's book, I Know Why the King.
Girl, I didn't remind you of nothing. You just saw other people were saying.
Basically, Kendrick was like, stick to singing, Drake.
And that's fine.
Stick to singing. Now, Drake did lose this battle bitterly. This was a huge L for Drake. But you know what? I don't think it's over for Drake at all. I do think this is not his season. And I think he's going to have to sit this summer out and take a hiatus. I think he really needs a hiatus. I know he has this deal with Universal Music Group and Apple Music, so he's expected to put out music because that's the slave deal that he signed.
Oh,
right?
not the slave deal.
But right now, it's not really the best time for him to drop. I think he needs to take a hiatus so people can miss him. Also, another thing that Drake has to do, he has to figure out how to maneuver in the industry moving forward, because it seems like he burnt a lot of bridges. There was rumors that he made a lot of backdoor business deals, and some of the rappers that he collaborated with felt snaked. This is why the tides are turning on him. He just acquired...
And aside from business, he also be fucking everybody girlfriend and sister and mama and cousin. So they don't like that. They just like, bro, you have no morals. Like, you dirty macking. That's what it's called. The OGs call that dirty macking. You doing too much. You know? So that's why people also don't fuck with him.
Too much power. And he started asserting that power. And his peers didn't like how he was moving. So now his reputation is tainted and he can't work with a lot of these people anymore. So he's going to have to move differently. And I'm pretty sure he's already plotting on what to do next. Now, I did see Drake at Mike Rubin's Masonic Whites party.
Oh, there's footage.
Ooh, child. He was there and I'll say he was looking a bit haggard. I don't know. He did lose some...
Ooh, you know what? You know the fuck what? He looks exactly like his daddy. I have always seen pictures of Drake's daddy and been like, Drake don't really look like him too much. Like, maybe in the eyes a little bit, but I don't really see it. I don't see the similarities. Now I fucking see it, bruh. This man looks exhausted. I see it.
Weight. Some people say it was Ozempic.
You your daddy's son.
But it's more than just weight loss to me. I think Drake has been going through it. He has been losing sleep. And he's not taking this loss well. Which is why I think he just needs to, lay low for a little while and just regroup. He's trying to act unbothered, but we know that he's kind of taking this hard. And I think anybody would. I mean, especially if somebody's accusing you of being a PDF foul. That to me is still very crazy. And we don't have any proof that he is one either. So,
girl,
Drake,
the signs point to it, all right? Do I have proof? Solid proof? No. Okay? This is not an R. Kelly situation yet where we have video proof and like several witnesses coming forth and exposing him. But you got to think about what R. Kelly was the man, okay? R. Kelly was dominating. Nobody could touch this man. And he was out here doing wild shit. It took a while for him to get exposed, which is why Drake making that comment that, oh, if this was true, I would be in jail already. Like, you're so fucking dumb. Like that argument will work on children maybe, but it's like, it takes time. Think about everybody. Diddy, Bill Cosby, like all these sick people who have, had many victims and been doing some sick shit behind the scenes. It took a long time for them to get exposed. So I don't feel like Drake is any different. So people saying, we ain't got no proof. I've seen enough signs that point to him being a weirdo for me to be like, nah, I think this nigga's weird, But I feel like solid proof will come eventually.
Should sue, but at the same time,
girl,
crazy if he did, because
sue how?
Kendrick of all types of things that were lies as well. So it's like you can't
lies as well. Impressive. Were you there?
All types of things that were lies as well. So he accused Kendrick of all types of things that were lies as well. So it's like you can't sue.
We don't really know. And even me making the comment earlier, let me backpedal a bit because I'm like, Whitney's brother came out and said it was cap. And we see Whitney dancing in the video. And we're like, oh, see, it's proven false. I mean, technically, we don't really know. Like, abused women have done worse, okay? As far as them still being in contact with their abusers, still being with them, still, trying to keep up this facade like everything's okay. So we still don't technically know. So trust me, I'm not just like, I know 100% sure that Kendrick ain't beating his wife. I don't fucking know. I don't think so. I mean, if I'm using my common sense and the evidence that's presented, I don't think so. Same thing with Drake. Based on my common sense and the evidence that's been presented, it seems like he is a predator and he is a weirdo. But, I mean, again, we don't know for sure. But this woman always talks like she knows. Talking about, they both said lies about each other. Girl! It's one thing to give your opinion, but you have to phrase it in that way where it's known that it's an opinion, especially when you have, a YouTube channel like this where you're reporting on things. I feel like that's your responsibility. But whatever, bro.
Rap battle, but still, like, his reputation is taking a hit because of this song. But, I think Drake just needs to fade out a little bit and wait till this all blows over. And once he comes back, people will be loving him again. But right now, this is Kendrick's
I don't know about loving.
Kendrick is going to be dropping an album soon, so this is Kendrick's season. I'm actually happy for Kendrick because he's doing all of this independently. He's capitalizing, and this is exactly what a smart businessman would do. You better capitalize. Anyway, let me move on and talk a little bit about the actress Tia Mowry because recently she came forth and talked about this horrific date that she went on with an unnamed celebrity. And she didn't say who it was, but people are trying to gather clues and find out.
I decided to go out on this date with this one guy. We decided to meet at a restaurant. And I was like, okay, fine. Let's try that. What could go wrong? Now, mind you, I did know what this person looked like.
This is so unnecessary. This is just showing that people just are monkey see, monkey do ass niggas. And no shade to her. I like her. I like Tia. But girl, this is you don't need this. Your hair is braided back. It has no way of like falling forward. So you don't need this. The point of this is to keep your hair out of your face so when you wash your face, your hair doesn't fall forward. Your hair is braided. Why is this on your hair? I mean, do what you want, but I don't. And you could say it's not even protecting her edges either because her edges are fully exposed. Whatever, girl.
Beforehand.
Which one?
I'm getting PTSD just telling this story. This is my life. So he ends up showing up, and he's a lot shorter than I thought he was going to be, which was pretty interesting. But, no judgment here. But what was surprising to me was he ended up showing up with a grill in his mouth to a dinner. So the first thing that I am thinking about as he sits down to order his food is, oh my God, where is this grill going to go?
In his pocket?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he sat on the table?
He's just ordering drinks and all of that. Great, awesome. He orders his food. And then again, I'm just really trying to figure out where is he going to put this grill. So our food finally comes to the table. And again, I'm just like, okay, where is this grill gonna go? I was like, no, he's not just gonna take it out of his mouth and just put it on the table.
Oh, that's nice.
Guess what?
He did.
He took it out of his mouth and he put it on the table. Right there on the table. I mean, at least he had a napkin, right? But still, you guys, like, what the hell? Like, really, bro? How old are we? That is just, I don't know. It was just surprising and a little tasteless.
I mean, it's not that big a deal, though.
It was gross.
I mean, I would be like,
I
don't want to look at your slob on your...
It's like first impressions, you know what I mean? And he just decides to put this grill right on the table.
That's not a deal breaker, though, in my opinion.
And as we're eating, I'm just like, at that moment, I truly wish that I had been on a speed date, you know, when you can just tap out. But unfortunately, I couldn't. It was a dinner and it went on longer than I wanted it to.
Why would she post
Girls,
this?
let me know in the comments
Doesn't he a
if
celebrity?
I'm like
Like,
overreacting.
you are.
If you're like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with a little grill on the table. After that experience, I did start to see that people are wearing more grills these days. I guess, I don't know, am I out of sync or out of touch? I don't know. Would y'all ever see me with a grill?
Who is the nigga?
Tia is so funny to me. I know that people think that she's a bit silly, but she is so funny to me. I love her too.
But my opinion, I think that is a bit of an over-exaggeration. Is that kind of nasty? Sure, because it's like, I don't want to look at it, but I would just not look at it. I would just ignore it. Like, all right, as long as it's not, like, right by my fucking plate, like, it's not that big a deal. But, I mean, I would be kind of annoyed by it, but I would brush it off, like, whatever. And the more I got to know him, if he continued to do this, I'd be like, hey, can you at least, like, cover, like, I don't want to see it. Like, you put, like, another napkin on top of it or something. I feel like I'm just looking at slobber. Like, I would jokingly say it, you know, in a polite way, so that I don't have to keep looking at it. But I don't think that's, like, a deal breaker. Like, what is his character like? Was he a nice guy? Like, she didn't mention none of those things. So,
Talks, but I don't know. My messy self was trying to gather some clues on who she could have been talking about. Now, I don't know who she was talking about. Let me just say that. I do not know. But I did see her posted up with the R&B artist Lucky Day. And shout out to Lucky Day. I think he's an amazing artist. I love his music.
I heard he
dropped
is
an
a
album
deadbeat
called
girl.
Algorithm.
She needs to worry about.
And that album is just flawless through and through.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. I love him.
Everything about it. He's just a great artist, right? But I saw Tia at his album release party, and they looked a little cozy. I'm not going to really assume anything romantic happened between them. It could be that he's her friend and she just showed up to support him, or maybe she was invited through a company, who knows. But she was there with him, and I thought to myself that it would be interesting if Lucky Day was the guy that she was actually talking about, because she did say the guy wore a grill, and Lucky Day has worn grills before. But she also said Lucky was shorter than she thought he would be, and Lucky doesn't seem that short to me. So I don't know. I can't.
But maybe she thought he was like real tall.
Him, but it would be really funny if she was. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this.
I don't think she's on mine. And she kind of messy for posting this video. Like, girl, it could very well get back to him. And he'd be like, damn, like, okay, why you didn't say that? Like, I didn't know it bothered you that much. I would have easily removed it from the table. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I think that's what people fail to realize. I think that's why dating is so hard for a lot of people, is because we assume that everyone is just like us. Everybody is very different. You might think that's the grossest thing in the world, and he's used to shit like that, so it's not a big deal to him. So he's not even thinking that it can be offensive or gross you out at all. That's not even what he's even considering. But when you say it, it's like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. My bad. My apologies. Let me move this off the table. I've had situations like that with men so many times where I've been bothered by something and I just brought it up, and they're just like, oh my God, they're so apologetic and just like, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about it that way. This is something I'm used to, but if you don't like it, then cool, it's dead. And they resolve it quickly. But I feel like as women, sometimes we're so just like, well, he's just not for me then. Bitch, y'all are two different people. The fuck you mean? Not everything is coming from a place of disrespect or coming from a place of malice. People are just different. And I feel like people being chronically online, they fail to understand that as well. Like, you're just so fixated on your thought process and what you think and your morals and beliefs, but not understanding there's a whole world out there with people who grew up different than you, who don't think like you Y'all are not the same people. So expecting them to have your same belief, it's just so weird. It's so bizarre to me. That's where effective communication comes into place and maturity. But that's just my take on that. Anyway, Drake, I agree with her about Drake. He needs to sit the fuck down somewhere. Go away. It's okay to take a break, especially at a time like this. Why are you at this damn white party looking stressed and frail? Look like you ain't slept in days. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, we know you going through it. It's okay. But you still want to keep up appearances and be outside and, you know, do the same shit you was doing before. No, we know this is a hard time for you, and that's fine. Go in the house. Go play with Adonis. Go surround yourself with friends and family who love you, and, you know, get grounded, meditate, read some books, do something productive. That's the issue. This is why Kendrick was able to defeat you so effectively, because he is in tune with himself and grounded himself. You are not. You are in these streets and you are caught up in this celebrity lifestyle, and it's killing you, brother. It's killing you. So I hope he gets it together, because it's a shame to watch. But do what you want. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.